What's up, guys? Mason here, Cardinal Gaming. How you guys doing? Appreciate you watching, supporting the channel, supporting the store. Don't really have a huge structure for this video that I want to put out, but it is something that I do want to talk about and really hit on, and kind of talk about what we are seeing, or continuing to see, with logistics. Logistics are hard, man, and you've probably heard about it already on the news and probably from every other facet of the world. Things are delayed. Things are backlogged. Things are taking a long time to get from one place to another. It is a running gag on this channel for me to mention my gaming tables that are still, I only got a partial shipment for. They were pushed back again to the end of December. These are things I ordered in beginning of August. They got to match what's already in there, so I have to have these tables, and I gotta wait. That's all I can do. So stuff like that, you can't force things along that you absolutely need. So you just have to wait. That's where we're at right now. It's crazy that in the consumer side of things, and like where people are going out running around, being in line to get, the new Switch Lite for the Diamond and Pearl remakes, or, in lines for PS5s that are dropping. All those things that are super limited and hard to find, obviously, and not getting any better. It's funny to see it from my end, from a wholesale side, where people can't get product and can't get stock for their shelves. Things like Gundams in particular, I have a couple of sources for where I buy Gunpla stuff from, and the stuff they get in, they might get a handful of kits, 5 kits or so, and then I have to scramble. They say, all right, at noon Eastern, we're going to drop these, and then what we have is what we have, and it's going to be a free-for-all. I, as a retailer, have to go and scramble and try to pick up stuff to stock my shelves so I can sell them to other people. And that's across the board for, obviously, trading cards, things like that. Anything that's video game related and like new drops for that kind of stuff. We had stuff pre-ordered for the Diamond and Pearl with the dual packs where they have both games in the one container for like $10 off or whatever it is. I was just flat out told I was not going to be getting those because they're all going to big box retailers and other larger storefronts that have, pre-orders for thousands of these. And I will probably, it's not going to be delayed, it's just, I'm never going to get them. There's just not enough. And that's where we're at. This is the next step beyond allocations. It's just like, it is just a really weak offering of what there is at a wholesale level, and then at a retail level, it's obviously that much worse. So it's just the name of the game right now, and that's where we're at. It's funny, when the last video I did about the waves and doing all that before the PSA video that I put out recently, kind of breaking down, and I sat around and I was talking to other people over the weekend. I was thinking, okay, why would Pokemon do this? Obviously, they didn't get all these all at once, but where did this come from? And I finally understood. It made sense. This is not like factual, but this is me speculating using my, person that's been watching the market for years, and my big brain. All right, it's like a medium-sized brain, let's be real. But obviously that kind of stuff is stuff that they need for like repacks and for their specialty boxes. Celebrations has regular packs in them, right? So obviously they were holding all that stuff back until they figured out how much Celebrations they were going to put out. Then after they got Celebrations out, they're like, all right, ship all this to wherever and run it and booster boxes and get it out there. And that's clearly what is happening. That's why we're seeing this huge influx of all these random packs where they're like, man, what happened? So they were holding it off for Celebrations to make sure they had enough for all their Celebrations product before they release it to everywhere. Makes sense to me, right? I mean, it makes sense. So that's why we got hit with all of a sudden all that stuff. I got on a order ticket from my main distributor, Chilling Rain boxes. They were the only ones that we didn't have a massive amount of drop. And then I have on my ticket today 237 of them. 237 booster boxes. When I went to check the price, I was like, oh, surely this is plummeting in price. Oh, let me fix my webcam a little bit. Whoop. I went to TCG Player just to see what they're doing. And Chilling Rain booster boxes, 102 shipped. All right. GG Game Veil has 92 of these bad boys. So there are stores down here with huge numbers. 92, 53. The gaming company is always the one that has like the most of anybody. 618. So for people that don't understand the implications of that, that means that these guys are already towards the bottom of the pricing. Like they're competing. They're as close to, within a couple cents of the lowest active. So when these people compete like that, it's all automated. Things automatically refresh, and you can put in parameters on TCG Player for things to overnight run a script and then lower the price for you to meet the lowest active listing. So all these things have had to happen since then, like overnight, let's say. So, and we can see if we go to the latest sold, you can see where these prices are ping-ponging around. And, oh, you guys can't see that. Let me move this again. Whoop. Okay, there we go. Now you can actually see. So professional. Everything I do is just so classy and totally warranted of my semi-successful YouTube channel. No. But as you can see, like, okay. These boxes are selling, and Chilling Rain is obviously not the big bad boy. Obviously, Evolving Skies, and now Fusion Strike. We can talk about Fusion Strike in another video, and I want to see what it's doing through the release, actual release Friday, and through the weekend. We'll talk about it. We'll get there. Don't worry. But you can see 102.89, and around there is basically where we're at. And this is going into just a couple days ago sales. So the implication of this kind of stuff is that these businesses are automatically competing with each other and driving these prices down. So in order for these prices to go up, they have to sell theirs, they have to sell theirs, and the gaming company has to sell theirs. The price isn't going to go higher. It can't. Until the supply gets diminished at the bottom of the scale, this is the price, or potentially lower. So that's what you're thinking about. Were you guys able to even see that? Yes, okay. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'm gonna shrink myself down. We're just gonna do this and then do like that. Boom. Okay, now you can always see all the time. Perfect. Great. And then we can look at and see like Evolving Skies. Let's see Evolving Skies. What's up? Evolving Skies continues to do big awesome numbers. Obviously, people they thirsty for this set, even with all the supply that's out there. 124 is the lowest on TCG Player, and if we flip over to the live, we can see compared to the Chilling Rain numbers that these are just selling. This is at 11:30 in the day. But you can see the amount of more and how far I have to go down until I get to, like, we're already in like the 7th of November back down here. Look how many more of Chilling Rain are selling until we get to November 7th. So huge amount, and again, maintaining that 125 kind of sweet spot area. And again, we look at these numbers. The gaming company only has 216. That means they got 3 times less than what they have of Chilling Rain. Stuff like that you can glean information from, because obviously the gaming company, 50,000 sales on TCG Player, they are absolutely just dumping all this product and just massive shipping all this stuff just as fast as possible out to to the masses through TCG Player. and they're just happy paying the fees, which is fine. I mean, that's how businesses go. But yeah, we have to get through this number for this to even have any chance of getting lower. See what I'm saying? So, Chilling Reign is probably gonna, or I'm sorry, Evolving Skies is gonna be the one that's hanging tough. And we can say, just for the sake of this video, like, let's go ahead and see Fusion Strike. Fusion Strike it's an interesting set, guys. I can just go ahead and spill the bean, spill the beans and say what's up with Fusion Strike. The gaming company has 168 of these bad boys, so not a whole lot, again, smaller numbers, but again, it's pre-release weekend. It doesn't technically come out till Friday. You're not supposed to ship these orders until Friday on TCG Player, so still super early for this product. The problem with Fusion Strike is that in every other set before now, we had the Japanese family decks. Those would become products like our Battle Academy, like big red box that had like 3 pre-constructed decks that were, fun because they had EXs, GXs in them that you can play against each other with. So they actually had like big heavy hitter HP people instead of just like the theme decks that had like stage 2s that were kind of lame. But those things were typically being thrown in our specialty sets. Things like Hidden Fates. Remember, Hidden Fates had absolutely trash, regular set with a couple of cool full art stuff in there and reprints thing. And then, even again, like with Shining Fates, I don't know what the hell is in the base set of Shining Fates. I have no idea. Like, nobody knows, It's just like, it's like with Champion's Path. What's in the standard set for Champion's Path that's not a hit? And, like, that's a good viable card. Nothing. So, Fusion Strike is diluted in a standard set with all these really super weak V cards, like the Appleton, and, God, I can't even remember them because they're so weak, it's not even in my mind that they exist. Things that are bulk Vs on release because they're not viable, they're not playable, and they're not particularly just even fun to pull. So you have all these slots being taken up in your booster box of all these things that are super weak, and it's a huge set. So it's the amount of hits that you're getting is so diluted that you can't even remember them all because there's just so many because they just threw everything in the set, and then the V's that you are getting are so weak that it's diluting your experience, and it's making your experience worse to open the stuff. It drives the chase stuff up because, again, they're super hard to pull because there's just so many things that they're competing with that in that slot. So you have to buy and go through more product to get to those, and it's too far of an extreme at this point. It's too far in one direction. And after you threw in stuff that's completely worthless and shouldn't even be in a standard set, arguably should not be in a standard set, that it's really weakening the V spots, and really the V spots sounds dirty. Let's not talk about it. So it just really makes every booster box look really lame because you have like your special or your secrets and maybe your full arts that look really cool, and then all the rest of it is worthless. There's no value there. It's really bad, and it's a bad thing for standard sets because you want those little, $4 to $6 Vs and stuff like that because it creates value, even though you don't get the big massive hit maybe. For the vast majority of people that are opening Fusion Strike, they're not going to get all these super stuff that is still super expensive. They're going to get an Appleton V, and that sucks. It's a bad experience. And that's why Fusion Strike is so difficult and hard to even maintain the price that it is because it's not fun. It's not fun to open. The chase is super high and super strong, and if you hit one, whoo, that's cool. But you just got to go through so many packs to get there. It's just not good. And this kind of stuff too, for all people that are doing like box breaks for, again, how people make money with box breaks, like even at a store level. is blows my mind. It doesn't make logical sense that you're making money. But even more so on a set like this, I just don't see the advantage and the value there being enough to even take, if you're paying $85 for a booster box, to break it down and single it out. It's just it's so diluted. You're not making enough. You're not getting enough hits to make your money. So that's the problem with the Fusion Strike. Just from a built level, it's got beautiful cards, got awesome stuff in it. You know, Mew and Gengar doing work, putting it in, and really pulling the set and making it at least interesting from that standpoint. The theming of it is awesome, but as far as opening packs and people walking up and being, hey, give me 3 packs of Fusion Strike. It's a hard sell. So we'll see what it does. Maybe that was Pokemon's plan all along. Just like, all right, let's put an end to this. That's conspiracy though. Anyways, that's my thoughts, guys. That's what stuff I'm thinking about. Nothing truly groundbreaking or revolutionary, but I do want to put that out there just so people had stuff to think about as we go along and see. The interesting thing long term is going to be if these booster boxes maintain and hold and that the supply stays to where it's at. I could see where Evolving Skies could get blown out again, even at the supply that we have. It was huge. It's a huge second wave for Evolving Skies. But I think that product in particular, we could potentially sell through of that to where those booster boxes slowly but surely keep creeping up again. If we don't get more reprints and more waves of it. Of anything, I still love Evolving Skies. I think it's one of the best standard sets ever made, particularly standard sets in the past 5 years, let's say. So it's super good and it's super fun to open. That's the other thing. There's so many good Pokemon and cool looking cards in there, and even like the dud like fees and stuff are just more fun and cooler Pokemon. It's just a better product than what Fusion Strike is. That's all I got, guys. Thanks for watching. If you watched to the end, hashtag I got a flannel shirt on. This is not normal for me. Hashtag Mason dad look. That's, man, I gotta go. All right, thanks, guys.